Hello Moon family, this is your full moon reading in Virgo, Friday the 14th of March. Full moon's a time of release. The easiest way to describe it is an orgasm. It's the end of a cycle, the end of an experience. So full moons, like making love, I suppose, can sometimes release pain. You know, people often make love and it was a beautiful experience, yet they find themselves crying. So it's a time that some of us might feel like crying for no particular reason. We just want to cry. So what we're going to do today on the full moon is cry together. Virgo is a very organised sign. It's methodical. It likes to pay attention to detail. It's gentle and kind. It represents the maiden, the virgin, so pure of thought. This is, we're talking about, when we're talking about full moon releases like we're doing right now, meditations, this is in the third dimension of time. So it involves every experience that's ever happened to us. So you can understand why the releases can often be very painful. And it's very important right now to concentrate on releasing or just letting go of what no longer serves us. And that sounds complicated, and it is, because if we were to go back in time and try to literally release all the pain and suffering that we've experienced since birth, we simply wouldn't cope. It would be an impossible expectation. So what we're doing now is just a gentle release. Think back, you know, we can go macro, which is universal, global, a lot larger than ourselves. We're micro. So often what happens is we get trapped within our own minds, our own thoughts, and we just don't allow for a greater release. And if you believe in reincarnation and that we've done this before, then again you can just imagine the pain and suffering that can be held. Obviously there's a lot of happiness, and after the new moon and the waxing moon, that's when we get to enjoy and start to live for the future. But at the moment we tend to be trapped in our 3D subconscious mind. So we're just going to do a little burning ceremony. Okay. Okay, so during the full moon period up until the waning moon, we're starting to think about things that actually don't serve us. So there's a lot of things in our lives that don't serve us. It could be an old car, for example, that we don't want anymore. Now's a really good time to have a think about getting rid of it. And it sounds awful, but it's similar to relationships. If they don't serve you, if they don't allow you to be yourself and express and feel positive, then they're not good for you. Maybe it's time that you moved on. So this can be a time for things like this. Employment as well. You know, maybe you're stuck in a job, in a rut, and you hate your job. Now's a really good time to have a think about, you know, perhaps leaving your job and moving on to another job. So it's also a good time you can cut your hair, especially if you're a man and you'd like to keep your hair short, or a woman with a style that must be kept short, then now's a great time to keep it short by getting it cut. If you're somebody that's growing their hair, don't cut it right now. Wait until the waxing moon. You don't want to encourage non-growth. You know, it can be applied to those that are balding as well. The moon and the practice of the planets and of Earth literally covers everything that we need during this experience on Earth. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for being with me, and I will talk to you soon on the waning moon. That's about taking active steps to let go. It's one thing to sit here with me today and think about all the things that you'd like to let go of, but you're not a passive bystander in life. You actually need to get out there, have a crack, and get rid of the things that you can. Do whatever you can to help whatever you're manifesting materialize into the 4D current reality. Have a beautiful week. Sending lots of love, and drop me a comment.